And I hear the music ending. It's time for us to talk again. Boyd, how are you?
It is, Carol. I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. I'm exciting for our topic today. Looking forward to it. Yes.
Yeah, given some positive hope for those who have cash advances. We're going to talk today about
Yes.
two different clients who, in the last 40 days, we've been able to rescue from those
Mm,
merchant cash advances that were literally strangling both companies to death. And what we
yes.
did to get them out of there. Um, I think since we had our last um, podcast here together, the state of Texas outlawed merchant cash advances,
Yes.
and the
Mhm.
SBA said we're not lending money anymore to get companies out of merchant cash advances. So
Mhm.
the news is spreading about how damaging the merchant cash advances can be to businesses,
Mhm.
and we're glad to be able to talk about that because we don't like them, we don't do them, we preach against them actively, and it seems like Congress and the rest of the world is waking up to how dangerous these are.
Yes, because it can damage your credit history, your credit report so quick, even if you took years building up those, at the
Mm,
point that is like, okay.
yeah,
And yeah, absolutely.
yeah. Well, I'm going to first explain just what a merchant cash advance is, and what are some of the names.
Perfect.
What are some of the names we hear for merchant cash advance?
MCAs.
MCA,
Mm-hmm.
cash advance,
Yeah, it's
or
just a cash.
an advance.
Mm-hmm.
um, and so a merchant cash advance or a capital advance or cash advance, they're all different names for the
Mm-hmm.
same thing. It's technically not a loan, of course, because it's often your credit card processing company who has full visibility into your revenue, how
Mm-hmm.
much money you bring in every day or week or month via credit card payments.
Mm-hmm.
And so it will say, "Oh, well, we see you're doing $50,000 a month in credit card payments, so
Mm-hmm.
we will advance you $30,000 right now." It's not a loan, it's an advance because we know we're gonna be processing that money for you.
Yes.
So we'll just go ahead and advance you that money now, but we're going to take it back at a very aggressive rate, and we're gonna take it out of your bank account every day or every week before it even
Yeah.
hits the bank for you.
Mm-hmm.
And the interest rate, well, it's not an interest rate, it's called a factor. So you get it's a factor, not an interest rate, but it can be 30, 40, 50% interest on these advances.
Yes.
Now,
Yes.
Carol, why would any business accept that kind of terms on an advance?
Based on our experience with clients, and I just had one on top of my mind. She was a Latina entrepreneur. Is when they really are in a hurry. Sometimes they feel the pressure, or
Mhm.
they're or other banks or lenders are really pushing it,
Yeah,
and they think that that's the only option they have,
exactly. They
and it
think it's the
is
only answer.
not.
It's actually the last
Yes.
choice, not the only choice. It's the last
I
thing anybody should ever do.
I remember we always and specifically use to the client, just put your hand in the pocket and please
That's
don't
right.
grab your
Put
your
your hand on
credit.
your wallet and back
Yeah.
away. Yeah.
Yes,
Well, and
because
that's the
mhm,
thing because restaurants, right, service industries, smaller types of companies whose owners don't have well-established relationships with bankers or
mhm,
alternative bankers, if they don't
exactly.
have those relationships, then they're getting hammered with telephone, text message, email,
Mhm.
they're getting hammered with these messages about how much money they can have tomorrow. Now, this
Yes.
money can be in your account tomorrow. Now, what's even worse is when it's your own credit card processing company who you think is your bank, who you think is your ally. They're not. You are a
Mhm.
profit source for them. And so they
Mhm.
have, as we said already, they have full visibility into
Mhm.
your activity. and they can say, "Well, let's loan them this much and take it back at this rate, and we'll make this much money." They make tremendous amounts of money. It's a huge
Mm.
industry. But the only reason somebody really would ever take it is because they don't know better. They don't know any better,
Yeah.
excuse me. They don't know any better.
Mhm.
They don't know what their options are, and they really don't
Mhm.
understand the cost of capital.
Yeah. Or their business is in trouble and they need like an easy fix, quick fix.
Right.
But
They need it right now.
usually when you do that, it just starts becoming like a snowball effect. Uh, and it's just or sometimes the remedy that
It's worse
really yeah.
worse than the cure. That's right.
Yeah. So I remember this
Ugh,
entrepreneur lady. Remember she has like a beautiful company tourism and she was doing great. She had and we tried to talk her out of the MCA and she's
yep.
like, I really trust you guys. Everything that you have told me, nobody else told me before. Let me think about it. And I remember she was so desperate that she wanted
Yeah.
our advice. But right after our next day, she said, like, no, I need to cover
I need it right
this
now.
money really quick.
Yeah.
And
And that's
so
unfortunate, because
yeah.
a lot of small businesses put themselves in the position where they
Yeah.
need emergency cash, and it is expensive. It's the most expensive cash out there. I'm glad you mentioned snow a moment ago because when I was young and I was in Boy Scouts and I grew up in the Pacific Northwest, there was lots of snow in the mountains. We were always told if you're lost, if you're out in the in the wintertime, you're in the woods and such, and you're thirsty, don't eat snow because snow will act eating the snow will actually take more water from your body than it would if you were drinking water. So you were always told don't eat snow. And so
Mhm.
a merchant cash advance is like eating snow. Like, well, I
Yes.
need it right now. Well, okay, it might quench your thirst for a moment, but it's going to be worse for you than if you hadn't had it.
Mhm.
So let's talk about two companies that we helped.
Yes.
Um,
Yes.
the first one was still is thankfully
Mhm.
still is. Both of these came to us in October.
Okay.
Um,
What kind of company was it?
yeah, the first one it was a home audio, home theater installation
Mm.
company, owner operated. He had a couple of employees, had a van or two,
Mhm.
has a van or two, but he had been running all the company expenses, including payroll, through his personal American Express card. We hear this all the time, right? You got to get
Yes.
these things separated, but he hadn't. And
Mhm.
so he called us pretty much in a panic. He had
Mhm.
talked to his advisor at the Small Business Development Center at the University of South Carolina, who, of course, they know us, and so they called us asking for help. Um,
Mhm.
he had to choose between paying his $37,000 American Express bill the following week or paying his employees.
Mhm.
What do you do, right? The- they're both
You're
absolutely important.
yes, but
Absolutely important.
there
Yep.
are so many families that are depending on you. So
Yep.
yeah, to me
Yeah.
will be a no-brainer. Yeah.
Yeah, well, it it
Mhm.
it was, he had to pay both. I mean, he couldn't
Mhm.
choose between one or the other.
Mhm.
So, and he had taken about $40,000 worth
Mm.
of these cash advances to keep things running because he was using his company cash to pay the American Express, and he was
Mhm.
using the cash advances to pay payroll and inventory and supplies and things like that that he needed. So, we were able to get him and this is a little bit weird because, we actually got another merchant cash advance to cover the first cash advance, so it's like you're replacing one with another with the same thing, but it was immediately followed with then, um, an SBA loan, a working capital loan,
Mm.
to come in and then wipe it out. So the immediate need was covered. We bought him about 30 more days, and then the working capital loan, the SBA loan comes into place to pay off the working capital loan. And so that allows him then to operate without these, incredibly expensive daily and weekly merchant
Yeah.
cash advance payments,
Mhm.
and get back to normal, right the
Mhm.
ship, and to have much, much less expensive working capital to run the company.
What a great relief. Where are they located at?
Just
Remind
South
me.
Carolina, rural,
Mhm.
yeah, around rural coastal South Carolina.
Ah, okay. So, but still, it hurt,
Oh, he was
years and
hurting.
months of profit and hard work
Hmm.
because it just goes so fast
Yeah,
if you don't take immediate action. But you
yeah,
see, there are options. There are options, and people needs to know that
yep,
there are options.
yep.
So, they did accept the cash advance offers because of the situation.
Hmm.
And what other problems that the cash advance offer to the company afterwards, like after the first one?
Ask me that again.
What problems did cash advance caused
Oh,
mhm,
well,
to his company or
yeah,
their
the
company?
problem that it caused for us, I mean, he was eating snow. He thought he was
Yes.
covering payroll in the short term because he was sure that the next big project or next big check was just around the corner. But he had the huge American Express, always every month had a huge American Express bill to pay. And so the merchant cash advance simply made everything more expensive. Every
Absolutely.
dollar cost more. And it diminished his profitability. It crippled his
Mhm.
cash flow. Like I said, he had to choose between payroll or the Amex bill.
No,
So
both.
when you have those payments coming out of your bank account before they even hit the bank account,
Mhm.
as we say, you think you have a cash flow problem now.
Just wait until you get an MCA.
Get
Yeah.
a cash advance, and then you really will know cash flow problems. So
Yeah.
the solution for a cash flow for an MCA
Mhm.
ordinarily is, if the business can qualify for it, is to get what's called a working capital loan.
Mhm.
Now the cash advance loans are meant to fund you tomorrow. They're meant to cover you for 30 days, 45 days. Sometimes they go a few months. The working capital loans, of course, are meant to be many, many months, 6 to 8 months.
Mhm.
They're meant to help you cover inventory or payroll, or if there's some kind of interruption in your business, there's cash there to help. And then a business line of credit is even better and even less expensive. And when's the best time to get a business line of credit?
Oh, you should have it at any time. Like
Yeah,
it's you have to, even if you don't need it,
there you go.
have
There's
it
the answer.
there.
The best time to
Mhm.
get one is before you need it, because as
Yes.
soon as you need it and you're experiencing financial stress, the bank's not going to give it to you.
Yes. It's-
So, the business line of credit, we've talked about that for a long time. It's like the spare tire in the
Yeah.
trunk. It's the
Yep.
sixth man coming off the bench in basketball.
Mhm.
They're there. They can help. You only pay for it when you use it. And it covers things like unplanned emergencies. Okay,
Mhm.
consider the government shutdown that went on during Christmas holiday time
It
at the end of
helps
twenty
so
five.
many families. Helps so many families.
How many
Mhm.
businesses did not get the check from the government for the
So many.
government contracting companies and
Mhm.
janitorial companies and construction companies who are depending on that revenue was interrupted. They'll get it, but it was interrupted. In the meantime, they have to pay their employees, they have to pay their mortgages. If they already had a business line of credit in place,
Mhm.
they had the access to cash they needed. But
Their
if they
spare
didn't,
tire.
the spare
Mhm.
tire, if they
Mhm.
didn't have the business line of credit in place, they were hurting. And we had a lot of
Mhm.
people calling us asking for quick cash.
Yes.
So you said we can't go that quick. We don't,
Exactly.
we can't, and you don't want it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You don't want
So
it.
this
So
was a great life lesson for a lot of people and
yeah,
entrepreneurs. Like you need to have it, even
if
if
you've
you
been
don't
in
need it.
business
Mhm.
2 years, let's talk and set up a business line of credit. You can grow them.
Yeah.
They can get larger with time, but you got to have something to protect you. It's just an insurance policy
Yeah. Plus,
to
it's
protect
going
you.
to help on your credit report.
Oh, for
Like
sure.
win
Yeah.
win.
Yeah, exactly. Double
So
win. Yeah.
great. So, and what is explain to all of us, and
Mhm.
especially the audience, what did it take to get those MCAs?
Well, as I said, it took another larger MCA
Hmm.
temporarily
Exactly.
with the specific wipeout replace date, and then a larger long-term working capital loan through the SBA,
Hmm.
which would have a payback probably of years,
Mhm.
so as to make that monthly payment affordable so he can stay in business.
Mhm.
So if he was I mean, I really shouldn't try to predict how much it saved him, but for example, if you're paying 10,000 a month in MCAs, you get that refinance down to 2,000 a month on a long-term deal, suddenly you have breathing room, and
Of
that's what he
course,
needed to get that breathing room.
monthly.
Yeah,
Yeah. Wow,
yeah,
that's a huge save. So,
yeah.
yes. Time frame, because I know
Mhm.
people that are in a hurry, that are already in trouble, want
Yeah,
to know kind of a time frame
mhm.
um to be able to get out of those with a simple solution like this one in this case.
Yeah, yeah, good question. A working capital loan can be done in as quickly as 2 weeks,
Mhm.
maybe 30 days, but if you're quick providing documents and you answer the questions, it can be done in 2 weeks.
Yes.
Yeah, and then the
Exactly. We always tell our clients, like, it's just up to you. If you send us all the
right.
documents, we're
Drag
on
your
it.
feet. Yeah,
Yeah.
but otherwise, yeah, and then
Mm.
a business line of credit can take 3 to 4 weeks to put in place, but
Mhm.
you're getting that before you need it, so it doesn't matter how long it takes really, so it's there when you need it.
Absolutely.
Right.
Awesome. And then you mentioned there was another client,
Yes,
like,
yeah, there was another
yes.
one. This was, it was an electrical construction company in a
Mhm.
small town in Utah. They were
Mhm.
installing generators in homes and businesses and doing electrical upgrades and things like that. And for some reason, at the end of 2024, his business
Mhm.
started to slow down. And
Mhm.
I didn't ask why. I'm not running a marketing agency, so I didn't ask him
Yes.
why. But he said it slowed down, and he'd had
Mhm.
43 employees,
Oh,
and
wow.
he had to downsize to about 4 as his revenue dropped from 3,000,000 to 1,000,000. So during that free fall in revenue, he took about $240,000 worth of cash advances,
Yes.
and it was killing him. It was absolutely
Mhm.
strangling his business. When the first time we spoke, he just said, "I may have to shut down because and go bankrupt
Mhm.
because I cannot afford to make these payments, but I can't afford to not have these payments because I
Mhm.
have to pay salaries and taxes." And his
Yeah.
payroll was much smaller at this point, unfortunately.
Mhm.
But he said it was just choking the life out of his business and
Mhm.
what could be done.
Mhm.
So in this case, because of his revenue and the amount of time he'd been in business, about like 7 years in business, we were
Mhm.
able to go straight to a working capital loan to
Mhm.
wipe out the cash advance. And so this was a one product solution. We just got a big working capital loan with payments that would stretch out lower much significantly lower interest for a much larger period of time. So again, think
Mhm.
instead of 10,000, I'm paying 2,500. It got those predatory, expensive, high interest cash advance payments off of his cash flow and
Yes.
into a much easier, long-term manageable, refinance debt. So now he can focus on growing his business again instead of sweating every night about how he's gonna make payroll. Or
Mhm.
is he gonna be able to pay his taxes? Is he gonna be able to, buy the materials he needs to do the work?
Yes, and well, but now I hope they learn their lesson. They know that they
Oh, I
have
hope so.
options, that they can hopefully don't get up to the point that their cash flow is just running real super low and there's no many options left.
Yeah.
But they can have those spare tires like we mentioned,
Mhm.
and then they hopefully within this year they can recover and continue with building up their business as
Yeah.
well. So
Yeah,
yes,
exactly.
definitely. But yeah, I've always noticed that from a ratio of 10, 20 calls that we usually have 3, I will say, or 4 of our customers are like, "I need to get out of this as
Yep.
soon as
I
possible."
gotta get out of my merchant cash advance.
Yes. Please
Yeah.
give me options. Tell me you have options. We
Yep.
do. We
We
do have
do. We do.
options.
So
Yeah.
if you're listening and you have merchant cash advances, send us an email. Let's look at
Mm-hmm.
what possibilities there are to get you out of it and
Yeah.
refinance into something affordable so you can
Yeah.
keep your business.
Exactly. And if you have a business partner or your spouse, and you can join forces as well to have more money coming out and
Yes,
helping to solve the problem, that's possible too.
exactly right. Yep, exactly right.
Hmm.
So there you have it. We rescued two different companies far apart
Yes.
from each other, way different industries, but they both dealt with the same problem. They took that
Yes.
quick cash instead of
Hmm.
talking to a banker and finding out what options are there. So
Yeah, and save them from closing, and also how many families
oh, yeah.
that were not at risk because of that.
And
Because
just how much money was wasted. How much
hmm
money was wasted in those interest payments, daily, weekly, the interest rate they charged. Like we said, Texas just outlawed them. The SBA
right.
won't give you money to refinance out of them. They're predatory. They're
Mhm.
sharks. They're unfair.
Completely.
Um, Last option. You shouldn't. Yeah,
Yes.
last option. We used
No.
one strategically to get out of one, but you got to know what you're doing with those.
Hmm. Absolutely.
Hmm.
Well, great. So this was a great lesson for a lot of us, and we hope that if you encounter one of those problems, call us, Ultra
Oh,
Financial,
yeah.
and we'll be creative. We'll try to find the right solution. We'll bring options to the table and help you, hopefully, talk you out of there
Yes,
on
right.
time.
That's right. Yeah,
Yes.
and ignore
Wonderful.
ignore those high pressure offers. The line
Yes.
about put your hand on your wallet and back away, that came from when you're getting the phone calls, the text messages, the emails, everything, the pressure to do a cash advance. That's when we say anytime somebody is approaching you with an offer for loans,
Run.
put your hand on your wallet and back away, right? Go
Yes.
find somebody reputable, ask around, get to know somebody, but don't
Yes.
don't let somebody cold call you
Mhm.
and put you into a loan situation.
Yes,
No
absolutely.
good.
If you have
No.
a coach or a mentor or a good business friend,
Talk with somebody.
yes,
Yeah.
please.
Don't take that advance.
Yes,
Uh,
absolutely. So what do we do when really banks say no to our all of our entrepreneurs?
Well, it really doesn't matter if the bank says no because we have so many other options to get somebody funded if they're
Absolutely.
starting or buying or just need to improve their existing business.
Expanding.
We got
Yeah,
options. If the bank says no, it doesn't matter.
absolutely. Call Ultra Financial. Boyd and
Just
Carol
call.
will be happy to help.
Yes, we will.
Yes.
All right.
Awesome. Well, I hear the music
I
again.
do too. There it is. Every time. Every time.
Yes. All right. Until next time.
Until next time. Thanks, Carol.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.